we're going to make French potatoes. And of course, they're just as French as Spanish bird is Spanish. First, I cooked smoked ribs until they were tender. And then I had horse slice the potatoes for me. If I didn't have the broth from those smoked ribs, I would just boil the potatoes in their skins, like people usually do. But here, I'm going to cook the potatoes in that broth. You need slices about this thick. Slice about 300 grams of English bacon and slowly saute it in a bit of lard. While the bacon is cooking, slice about 4 medium onions. Half-moon slices like this are just fine. If you're not great with a knife, you can easily use the mandolin for the onions too. When the bacon looks about this color, take it out of the pan, throw in the onions, add a little salt, and saute them until they're nicely browned. Meanwhile, let the smoked ribs cool down and use the broth to cook the potatoes. Before you start picking the meat off the ribs with your hand, go ahead and crack open a cold one. Besides having greasy hands, there's about a 120% chance your face will be greasy too. So it'll be nice to wet your whistle a bit afterwards. While you're picking the meat, boil 5 eggs until they're hard-boiled. Grease a baking dish or casserole with lard and sprinkle it with breadcrumbs. Potatoes go on the bottom. They were cooked in salty broth, so I'm not adding any salt. On top of that, add sauteed onions and the shredded ribs. Saute bacon and then season with pepper. Next, layer on the boiled and sliced eggs. Those, of course, you need to salt. And then you repeat the whole process again. It's a good idea to press down the second layer a bit with your hands so it's nice and compact. And of course, you do that before you add the eggs. Finally, top everything off with another layer of potatoes. Brush them with melted lard and add a bit more pepper. Then bake it in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. 1 container of heavy cream, 3 XL eggs. If you have smaller ones, use more salt and pepper, and whisk it all together. After 20 minutes, pour the lightly beaten mixture over it, and put it back in the oven for another 20 minutes. And this is what it looks like afterwards. I kind of overdid it with the filling, so it didn't really hold its shape. But that didn't affect its job as a plant-based dish, so see ya.